Okay, we should be on any moment now.
Wow, we're
I will.
live on YouTube.
I will
Yeah,
start.
this goes to our channel on YouTube. And
How
then,
fun is that? I actually can brag to my
yeah.
kid, like, dude, I'm live on YouTube right now.
There you go.
That's cool. So how do you usually
Yeah.
start these, Jimmy?
He's muted.
Oh, you went away.
Yeah.
There we
Are you
go.
there, Jimmy?
Usually I started off with this. Hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome to SongNet. My name's Jimmy. Steve is our tech director here, and we've got a very special guest here because she's one of the real people here. You know, like we get a lot of these people from the industry that are like, they're so high up the ladder that you can't have lunch with them. Well, I had lunch with Erin. That's how I met her. And more than that, she lives around the corner, so it's all good. Um, she's gotten a lot of placements. She knows what gets placements because she's had that experience. And she does a lot of other stuff too that you really need to know about because she works with a couple, one nonprofit specifically that's really cool. And she'll be telling us about that and a few other good things that are important to know. The biggest thing is that she's one of those people who actually has a life. A lot of us with being a songwriter or an artist, especially an indie artist, as you know, it becomes very difficult to have a life because really, when you are an indie artist, you're doing everything. You've got to do your own promotion, you've got to do all of your own bookkeeping, you've got to do all of your own accounting, you've got to make sure that your PRO rep is taking care of business for you. I mean, yeah, I've got stuff on ASCAP that I know is owed me, but my ASCAP rep has not done stuff to accommodate that. And I also have stuff that's on in CD Baby's account too. Same thing, I should have some streaming royalties. In fact, I should have some sales royalties coming back because I've sold at least 5 CDs that I know of within the last year. And again, they've never contacted me on that, and that's $50, right there, right? So all the way around, if you're not chasing the dollar, if you don't have time to chase the dollar, you are not going to get that dollar. And that's what's a real problem in this industry. But if you are able to put everything together properly, get your music where it belongs in the right way, then you can generate revenue and you can do a lot of great things. Just last night, um, I was at an open mic, and before we even started, one of the guys that's from Australia, he was talking about, oh, it's so hard to generate revenue and stuff, and I started talking. So, well, what kind of things are you doing? And he did all the usual stuff. Well, that's fine. But one of the things I asked him about is what kind of endorsements you got. Blank. And that's a very important thing because all of us can do that. And if you want to know more information about those endorsements and stuff, that's what I talk about all the time here. So make sure that you do that because that's the very, very first thing that you can do to generate revenue for yourself as a performing artist. And then, of course, if you're doing other things, as I've mentioned before, like trying to get placement in film and TV, don't wait for the movie. I just got a notice today, in fact, from one of our friends, Katie Garibaldi. Do you guys know Katie? Okay, I know a couple of you know Katie. Katie Garibaldi is a taxi member, but she's also been here on the West Coast for quite some time. And she did exactly what we were talking about. She did not wait for the movie, she made the movie. And it's being shown at a couple different festivals, and it's being featured at one of them at the end of this month. So, obviously she's got placements in that because it's her movie. So that's the whole key to a lot of this, is understanding where things are. And I'm excited to have Erin here because of that. So I'll let Erin give a short little explanation about what she does, how she got there, and then we're going to be listening to some music. Yay!
Yeah.
So Erin, take it away.
All right. So today we're going to be discussing woodworking. I have a table saw in the back. um, Welcome to my studio, which is called Sweatbox Studios because without the air on, it's hotter than. And it's also turned into my mother-in-law's bedroom while she visits. So hope you like the decor. Um, I'm first of all, I should just say I'm really excited, Jimmy, that you asked me to come hang out and speak with your writers. I find doing this type of work for myself is quite rewarding and makes me feel good if we can help each other out. And I started thinking about, what I was going to talk about, what could possibly make a difference and how I can help. And the first thing that came to mind, and I actually wrote some words down, was community. Because without community, people looking out for each other, it's really difficult to get any sort of traction, not only in the music business, but any business. So to have an opportunity like you guys have with the Songwriters Network, I find very incredible and certainly exciting. Well, a little bit about myself. I'm a Southern California girl, born and raised not far from Los Angeles, up and down the coast. I grew up a little bit in Carmel, a little bit in Laguna Beach, and in the Inland Empire where it's 115 today. And I don't ever recall a time, even as a 4-year-old, where I wasn't sitting at the piano and singing and listening to music. I spent most of my time with my grandmother, and she would play Queen and the Beatles and all these incredible rock stars, and we would dance, and it's just always been a part of my life. And I thought that that's what I wanted to do when I finally moved to LA, but it actually isn't what I did at all. I went into TV and film and was an actress, and then started to work on productions, with the director and as an assistant, and totally left music behind. And I had a great time. And there's a tie-in to this, which is why I'm telling you. So I did that until I didn't want to do it anymore. And I got a normal job. And one of my friends said, I want to take you to this club where these people have this cabaret show. They play incredible music, and I think you'll really like it. And I went, and it was exactly what he said it was, only 50,000 times more magical. And that was kind of my defining moment where I finally found my people, literally found my people, which are still my people. And the guy that was hosting the event said, we'd love to have some more female singers, songwriters. And because I had a background ever since I was little doing that, I got together with a friend of mine, and I started working on some songs with him and playing in these shows. And it literally changed everything about it's given me an opportunity to be a recording artist, to work with incredible producers, engineers, artists. It's given me an opportunity to write. So while I was singing in the beginning, I didn't even know that I could write. It never had occurred to me. I've always been a musician. I always played piano and a little guitar, but it wasn't until I was called to task or given an assignment or a idea that made me push myself outside of my comfort zone. And it's actually what has saved my ass my entire career. So I thought that I would talk about that because, yes, I've done a lot of incredible work. I'm a co-writer with I write with a lot of artists. I write with a lot of producers. I write for the artists that they're producing. I'm a producer. But the tie-in for all of it is that I've always said yes, even if I didn't know what I was doing, because I figured that at least I could get close. I had enough experience doing all of these things to at least know that I would probably be okay and that I would learn a lot at the same time. And that's exactly what's happened. I learned how to be a great co-writer in writing groups. I learned how to write specifically for TV and film. And Jimmy, you had a really good point, which is you don't wait for the opportunity, you take the opportunity. And I love that because I do write with so many people, and I teach songwriting, I work with kids. And what I've always said, which I think has been a very strong focus point, is look at TV and film programs that you love, whatever that is, and listen to the music that's in those, and then try to write based on your selection of film and TV that you like. So you'll start noticing, there's a lot of indie music and art films, and There's folk music, pop music, rock music, and start writing so that you have a catalog together for when you have the opportunity to say yes, because everything is a yes. That really helped me out a lot. It put me in the room with people that I never thought that I would be in the room with. And not only have I stayed in the music lane, but I've also stayed in the TV and film lane, in front of the camera and behind the camera and for productions. And it's really been an enjoyable process. I do have a life, Jimmy, but I do have to say that it's a crazy juggling life, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I've enjoyed all of it, and I've put myself out there enough that I didn't have to ask for favors. I just positioned myself in front of people. The other key point that I think is very important is social media totally gave me a career, completely gave me a career. It started with Facebook. No, I actually started with MySpace, and then it went to Facebook, and certainly now it's everything else, Instagram and Twitter. But what it did is it gave me a position where I could create my page, talk a little bit about myself, put my info in. If somebody wanted to take the time and look me up, they could do that, and we'd never met. If they liked me, they liked me. If they didn't, I never knew. And it also globally gave me an outreach, which I wouldn't have been able to do on my own. I don't have a label endorsement. I didn't want a label endorsement because I felt it was better that I try to do everything myself. It's definitely helped me out a lot. Could have helped me a little bit more if I'd gone the label route, but putting feelers out, seeing people that were friends with my friends that were higher up in, the songwriting music world, sending them a little personal note saying, hey, we have a lot of friends in common. I hope you don't mind the friend request, and inviting people into my world. And then, like I said, without having to ask for things, I started to get a lot of opportunities, and all across the pond. In London, I had a manager in South Africa, maybe about, 12 years ago now, who found me and wrote me a note and said, I saw your page. I went and listened to your music. I love it. I'm working with this incredible artist. We are looking for material. Would you have any songs that you'd like to submit? Here's his page. And the guy was mind-blowing, just an incredible singer. He was 20 something years old and just starting out. What I didn't know is I was the only person that responded to that email request. She wrote a lot of songwriters here and around the globe, and nobody responded but me. And so again, it's that whole tie-in of yes, even if it only lands you a little bit further, it's something for you to say, I worked with this artist. So that's exactly what I did. I sent him music. We connected on Skype, found a common ground. He got very excited about recording some of my songs. And as it turns out, they ended up actually flying out to LA, and I put a whole production team together and we produced his music for him. And it was an incredible opportunity that led me to more artists in South Africa. So I write with a lot of artists, one in particular who's my main guy. His name is Cito. And we have a #1 in South Africa right now. And it's because I said yes. So if that means anything to you, or if I can explain how to help you with those types of questions or problems or excitement opportunities, I've known since I came to LA that I'm known as a connector. I got in at a very early time when a lot of artists and musicians and filmmakers were starting out in LA. It was during the 90s, and they've all gone on to have massive careers, and we all helped each other out. It's been truly a second family for me and helped me. So I'm always connecting people to producers, to writers, to filmmakers, And it just feeds my need to be involved, whatever that is. The only secondary thing that I've done that was one of these examples was because I've known so many people in LA for so long, there was an opportunity for me to be a studio manager at a recording studio on Sunset Boulevard. And I'd never done that before in my life, but I said yes. So once I got in there, it was, okay, how can I make this, since I've been an artist for so long and I've been a songwriter and I've worked at all these studios, what would I want as an artist in a studio world? And I had the opportunity to start from scratch and make it something that it is today, which is extremely successful. And I had a part in that. So I've done all kinds of things. But my motto is, the answer is yes, what's the question? And I think that's probably a good place to leave it, because I'm sure you have a lot of questions. If I haven't answered anything for you, I will be happy to try. And if I don't know now, if you want to ask me another time, I will find the answer.
All right, great. So thanks for that little background, and let's start listening to some music here. We've got, since John's on the East Coast and it's already pretty late for him, then I think we should start with John. What do you say there, Steve? You're still muted, Steve.
May I say something
Absolutely.
about what I've shared, what I will be sharing with you? Unfortunately, you're probably only going to listen to maybe 15 or 20 seconds, but this song is all about the build up to the last line. So
Awesome.
have a look at the words, if nothing else.
Okay, so I'm pulling everything up here. Hold on.
There we go. I think that's okay.
And let me...
Sometimes, I hate to say this, but if you turn your cameras off, sometimes the internet is better. Can we try that?
Yeah, I have to share my screen so you can see the
Okay.
lyrics is what we're
Great.
doing here. This is the way we do it. Okay, make sure you can you hear that?
Who's the one she calls on when she's feeling out of sorts? Who's the fellow waiting by the phone since the divorce? Who's she still consoling when he really needs to cry? Oh no, that isn't me. That's the other guy. Who's the one who calls her maybe once or twice a day? Who's the one who hangs on every word she's got to say? Who's the one who shows up on the doorstep high and dry? Oh no, that isn't me. That's the other guy. The other guy don't help her with her dishes or her flowers. He don't get to see her stepping naked from the shower. Who's the one who longs to hold her when she cries at night and sacrifice a little sleep to make her feel alright? Who will never love her like I will until I die? Oh no, that isn't me. That's the other guy. The other guy won't make her bed and tidy up the room. fall into her pillow for what's left of her perfume? Who will never get to hold her when she cries at night, or sacrifice a fitful sleep until she feels all right? Who will never love her like I will until I die? Her forever used to be, who can't bear to say goodbye. That's the other guy. Will there always be the other guy? Must I always be the other guy?
I love that song. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
There we go. I love that song. What I love about it the most is your very, very witty lyrics. Half of the struggle is trying to come up with some sort of story line, something that's going to carry the song. And I love it. I had a friend who, although they're not the same song, he wrote, "I'd make a wonderful dead guy." And it kind of has that same feeling for me. I could see this as an opening montage to like a Seth Rogen movie. You know, he's drank all night and come back. I think it's very clever and very witty, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Now, one thing I was going to ask too is the arrangement's very simple. It's guitar and vocal, but I think it's pretty well recorded. Do you think that that would be placeable just as is, or should it be reproduced as a bigger production?
You know, well, it might help to have a bit of production on it if you wanted to place it. So I didn't know if these are just the songs without the production yet. So having said that, yeah, I think you should have it produced, but I don't think you need to throw in the kitchen sink at all. Sometimes less is better. And the one thing that they look for when you're placing a song or sending a song for submission, you've got like 2 seconds. So if you don't have it in the first 2 seconds, they don't have the time. There's thousands of songs that they're listening to. So I like the fact that it starts right out of the gate. And I like I said, that your lyrics are witty because that's interesting. But yeah, maybe have some keys underneath it and maybe some little background vocals of some sort. But you could even put some strings in, but I wouldn't overdo it. Try to hear it the way that you would hear it if you were watching it in something else. What would appeal to you? And try and form your production around that. Whatever you like.
Perfect.
This is fun. I could do this all night.
And we may. Okay. Okay, who's up next, Steve? I'll let you pick him.
Okay. Let's do. Let's see. Ed's here. Let's do Ed Lackey. This is an instrumental.
Okay.
And so I won't put up any lyrics. So this is called Dreams.
I don't hear anything yet.
Oh.
I was just waiting.
Oh, really? You don't hear anything? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I think you have to go to the share screen anyway, even if there's
really?
no lyrics. Yep.
Oh. Okay.
You go to share screen. That's where you get to share audio. Share
Ah,
screen.
yeah. Okay. Hold on for a second. Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
All right. Here we go.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I have a question. Ed, right? Do
He
you,
should be here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
do
here.
did you
Okay.
have an intention for this song? Was it to get into something?
Actually, I wrote this. It's a dream sequence, and as dreams are not all the same, it varies throughout. And it
Okay.
has the dramatic parts in it because all dreams have dramatic parts. And it's
Yeah,
not very long either.
I enjoyed it a lot. The reason I was asking is I think it's perfect for a horror film. Absolutely perfect. I don't know if that's something that you thought about, but it's got like I love the fact that it's it. And my only suggestion would be kind of the same thing. If you have the listener's attention, take perhaps maybe the midsection, which is all more on the twilight side, and maybe give a little bit of gradual darkness again, just to keep the listener interested, and then it kind of lulls off. And I think it'd be very placeable. I liked it a lot. There's one more thing I want to mention to you all. I don't know if this interests you, but I'm going to tell you anyways. I love to listen to AM Talk Radio, and there's a program called Coast to Coast with George Nuri. Do you guys know that? I think that these should be sent as your emerging artists every week. I don't know if it's every week or every month, but he has a night where he only plays emerging artists and he says your name and the song. And it might be cool for you to put that up there and see what the response is like. I liked it a lot. I think it's really good.
Can you stick that in the chat? Or somebody
Sure.
can somebody put that in the chat?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, who we got next, Steve? Unmute yourself.
There we go. Coast to Coast. And what was the
George Nuri, Nuri.
Okay.
It's all mystical, magic,
I
ghosts,
see.
aliens, dreams. They have people come in and talk about the significance of dreams. Like that would be perfect.
I see.
It's on
I-
KFI.
It's on
Yeah,
KF. That's
I've
my
heard it before, but it was a random event.
yeah. It's from
Yeah.
9 to 2, right, Ed? No, 10 to 2, 10
Okay.
p.m. to 2 a.m. And they have the podcast version, so you don't need to stay up until 2.
Okay. So next, let's see. Let's have Noreen Jenkins. Noreen, are you here? I see you up there, but I assume you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good.
Hi.
And
Hi.
let's see. Let me bring up. This is a song called "Get Bigger."
Cool.
Let me bring up the lyrics and everything. I gotta make the lyrics bigger so you can actually see them. Give me a moment here. Okay, so let me share my screen, and then
I'm the fear in your soul, the seed that you sow, the hand that you hold when you run away. I'm the one who controls the choices you fold when your heart's getting cold, and I'm planning to stay. Yep, yeah, go back. Yep, yeah, go back. Yep, yeah, go back. Ooh, 'cause I'm planning to stay. Yep, yeah, go back. Yep, yeah, go back. Hey, you've got some real nerve rejecting my what you deserve. Just keep running away. You quite the disease to do as you please. You're working for me, and I'm planning to stay. Get back, back, back. Get back, back, back. Get back, back, back. Ooh, 'cause I'm planning to stay. Get back, back, back. Get back, back, back. Hey, hey, darling, please. You know no, yeah, well, I'm coming your way. Get back, back. Get back, back. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
Awesome. I have a question. Would you be able to play just the first part of it, just the opener, so I could hear it again?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me see here. I got to share screen.
I'm the fear in your soul, the seed that you sow, the hand that you hold when you're running away. I'm the one who controls the choices you fold when your heart's getting cold, and I'm planning to stay. Yeah, back, back, back.
Good. Okay. First of all, Get Bigger, Bite Back is genius. It's such a bold line. And if people are listening to your lyrics, they're going to hear that. So to try and get as much emphasis and the idea across, I think there's a couple things that might make it better if you don't mind my suggestion. One would be, I would start with just your vocal. Don't even put the keyboard in there because it's impactful. And what you're saying is super deep. So to get their attention, if you start just with your vocal and little by little start to build the track up, by the end, which you had these great background vocals and, you know, it had a lot of power to it, I think it will push you in a more dramatic direction. And I would even suggest putting background vocals in right from the first chorus on. You know, if you want to start adding drums, start adding some keys, start really building it up quicker. I think what I understand your intention might be will be portrayed more dramatically. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Creep up slowly, but creep up quicker. And you've got a great voice. So make it, this is haunting and this is like a total fuck you, right?
What do you mean by that?
Like get bigger, bite back means I am taking control.
Yeah, it's like put your foot down, don't tolerate anymore. Yeah.
Exactly. So you're totally in control. The lyrics that you've written are control. Like I'm taking control of this. So it's gotta feel that way in whatever music production you decide to do.
Okay.
I liked it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, next we have Stephen Medeiros.
Okay.
See, and
Hi, Erin.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So I have three versions of this song. This is actually alt three, and
Okay,
trying to trim it back a little bit for sync. The original we actually released earlier in the year. So,
cool.
And give me a moment here.
There's no truth to be known like being alone in an unknown home that's all your own. The day has come, no more living on the run. Just can't be undone like a setting sun. Share the peace in my life with someone like you. Whisper in your ear, I will always love you. Peace in my life with someone so true. Peace in my life shared with you. No time to go back to our loving home. Share a thought with you in a language all our own. In the heart of the night where the soul never dies. Being alone with you, that's my life. Share the peace in my life with someone like you. Whisper in your ear, I will always love you. Peace in my life with someone so true. Peace in my life shared with you. Now the day's come to be on our own. Till we meet again in my new home, I'll be waiting there for you, my love. Share the peace in my life with someone like you. Whisper in your ear, you will always be my love. Peace in my life. Peace in my life shared with you.
Well, that's just a great song. I mean, I don't really need to tell you that much. I think the production quality is really great. It's a simple message that has all the heart that you need. I think the lyrics are really good. Um, you know, I'm just gonna give you a couple ideas. I don't expect you to use them. It's just if you wanted to make anything different, maybe you could have her switch up the vocals on the second part of the verses, just so it's different, so it's not all the same. That's something that, you know, when you're listening to music, you notice. And even when you're singing along, that they switch things up. So
Right.
even it was just a little, even the first line was a different, you know, melody that goes back to that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good. Maybe some more, like putting some background vocals in. But again, I don't suggest throwing in the kitchen sink if we're just talking about how to make things a little better or a little easier for other people to get it because they're dumb. Let me just tell you, you're dealing with people that sometimes don't have any business being in the music business, but yet they've got big jobs. So we try to give them, we try to make their life easier.
Right.
So that's the only thing I would say. I'm trying to take notes so that I can yeah, I just wrote,
Yeah.
switch the vocals up a little bit. If you want to
Okay.
make it a little dramatic, you could even build with the drums, bum, 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 bum. So that
Mhm.
chorus is, you have the peace in your life. That helps lift things up. Try things that you wouldn't think of doing and see what you get.
Okay, great. Do you
But
think
I like
it's,
it.
I apologize. That's alt four lyrics, so the lyrics weren't quite matching.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's okay. I was listening without
yeah.
really
Do
looking
you
any.
do you think it would be syncable?
I do. I'll tell you, the first place I thought of is the Hallmark Channel.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of our target. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm
it's
just getting
definitely.
into it, but yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Those are the places that I would market to with this song. If you have different songs, I might tell you something completely different. But immediately I was like, oh, this is Hallmark Channel, which I
Okay,
love.
cool. Thank you. I
Yeah, you're
wanted
welcome.
I wanted to ask you if you could share with us what's your preferred way to pitch music for film and television, or do you use a variety of
Oh,
platforms?
preferably over a margarita in Burbank with a bunch of friends. Um, I'm going to be really honest with you. I haven't had to ever really do much pitching. I I don't know if you came in, if you were part of the beginning of this
Mhm.
conversation, but
Yeah.
by positioning myself within the industry, I was able to look. I mean, listen, you can look at everybody's occupation and see exactly what they do. So I early on made friends with every music supervisor in town, and I didn't ask for anything. If you can get connected that way and start to get to know each other, then you could say, hey, I have this song, it might be right for you, do you think I could send it to you, and would you give me your feedback? The majority of people surprisingly say okay. You
Yeah.
may not get anything, but it's an easy way of asking without needing it. That
Okay.
would be my advice, and see if that works. If not, you know what? Send your music to a couple development companies, production companies. Find out who the producers are. You could send a note and say, you know what? People have been telling me for years that I belong on this channel, and I have some stuff. Would you mind?
Hmm. Okay.
That
Cool.
that always works, and then it doesn't come from a place of need or want. It's more like, I think I can help you.
Right. So networking was kind of your key to success.
It's given me everything that I've ever wanted, and I, yeah, it's a huge portion of this business, because let's face it, even with COVID, offices are closed now. They're not opening up again, so you've got most of your executives at home, and they're listening and trying to get stuff done. And even in the film business, it's always, you're helping them. They're not helping you. You're making their life easier by giving them what they need, right? So however you can do that, you're saving their ass.
Mhm.
So yeah, positioning yourselves, getting into communities where this is what we all do, dropping little things. I just wrote a song. Why don't you guys listen to it and tell me what you think, whether that's on Facebook or whatever. Asking, inviting people to come look at you is what is going to be really helpful to you. And I truly believe it. I've been doing it for 30 years.
Okay, great. Thank you, Erin.
Welcome.
Okay, next we'll have Javier Medrano.
Cool.
Medrano, and so the song is called "Destruction." Where is it here?
I hope
The
it's a rock
lyrics.
song, because that sounds like the perfect title
We'll
for a
get the
rock
lyrics
song.
up. Right. We shall see. Okay. And give me a moment to.
Say hello, Javier.
Hello.
Hi, Javier.
Hi. I listen to Coast also.
Great, right? Emerging artists. It's a great thing.
Yeah, they talk about UFOs.
Everything. I love it.
Here we go.
Field of broken dreams, this love's so shattered. Bitchy like a freeze, it's gone much better. Won't give her that idiot kiss and lost its glamour. Makes me wanna scream, I'll kick you off the platter. Destruction, close out the station, guess it's crashing. Emotion, we're out the love and kill the fashion. Attraction, fell down to where so substance nothing. Equations, what's left is not even a fraction. I'll never be a diva. Perfect time to leave ya. I'm not your mamma mia. No more La Dolce Diva. Destruction, destruction. I'm not your Mona Lisa. Goodbye to schizophrenia. Destruction, destruction. You had me in a romance, I quit and I fell out fast. Your plans don't last, I'm done with trash. You can stand up and kiss my ass. Destruction, close out the station, cause it's crashing. Emotion, we're out the love and kill the fashion. Destruction, destruction, destruction.
Very cool. I have a question for you, Javier. Who is, if you could be any rock band, present, past, who, when you hear their music, you just go, this is it? Who is that for you?
Well, I would say in today's top 40 world, like hip hop and a mix of hip hop and pop.
Okay.
So
Do you like AC/DC?
no, I like Aerosmith.
Never mind. Oh, Aerosmith.
Aerosmith.
Okay. So the lyrics are very good, and I think the melodies are really good. What I don't hear and what I recommend is you've taken the time to write very powerful lyrics, right? Destruction, all of these things, it's destruction. So the singer needs to take that emotion, which is very intense, and hit those moments because they're important. Otherwise, it just sounds pretty. And I don't think that's what you're going for. I know what you're going for, and I think you're on the right track. But I would put a lot of emphasis on the production, really building the track up, and also making sure that that singer is using those words as much as she can with as much emotion as possible. Not over singing, but hitting those fine moments, those words that you've created and sticking them. And I think it will have the impact that it needs. It's a good song. It just needs to hit harder. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. So I would change the melody to like hit more higher notes in the melody to put more emotion into it.
I don't think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is one of those instances where it's lyric driven, right? So to get that emotion, destruction is like a cannonball, right? So you need to just put the emotion into it and have her be more angry. You know, I'm done with the niceties. I don't give a sorry, I swear a lot, you guys. My son tells me that I've got a trucker's mouth, but it's appropriate. I don't give a shit because this is what we're doing. No more destruction. Like it's over. That needs to be relayed in the vocal.
Okay. All right, good.
You're on the right path.
All right.
Yeah, personally, I kind of look at it the other way because I like the irony in it, how it's so nice and pretty, but then it's like, nice and pretty, let me put a gun to your head. It's just kind of an interesting thing. And I would look at Doja Cat because Doja Cat does that kind of weird thing where she'll do the pretty thing and then get in your face and kick your butt. So it's, Look at Doja Cat.
Yeah, that's actually a very good reference. I like her a lot. She's a person. If you take the time to look her up, if you don't know her, she's a person that made her music first performance from oh my God, my mind just went blank. Snapchat. She posted something on Snapchat and it went viral. And now she's this massive star who was very pretty. She had beautiful hair, makeup, the outfits. Since then, she's just shaved all of her hair off and said, this is actually me. I like to paint my own eyebrows. I don't give a crap what you think about me. This is who I am. And she is just like, I admire every single thing about her because she is music. So, something to think about when you're really going after attacking that song. That's a great reference.
Okay, thanks.
By the way, make videos, put them on Snapchat. Everybody is doing it, whether it's Twitter or Facebook or whatever, TikTok videos. All casting directors in Hollywood and record executives spend a boatload of hours on TikTok trying to find the next artist. That's where we're at.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we have Merle Weber.
Cool.
And let's see. It's called Job.
Say hi, Marilee.
Job Never Started is the name of the song. And let me bring it up here. Okay, share screen.
When I was a little girl, bad luck was my fate. I lost my daddy before I turned 8. Got beat up and put down from morning till late. And I figured out life was no piece of cake. The chip on my shoulder, you'd weighed more than me. Didn't know, didn't care who I wanted to be. Thought giving up was a way to be free, until someone wiser came and helped me see. A job never started, can never be done. A game never played, can never be won. A life never lived, a race never run. A job never started, can never be done. I got myself up one day at a time. For every step forward, I fell to behind. Sometimes I travel weary, sometimes I travel blind. But these are the words stayed in my mind. Job never started, can never be done. A game never played, can never be won. A life never lived, a race never run. A job never started, can never be done.
Jimmy, everybody here is fantastic. I don't know how you got such a great group of people, but that's a great song. I mean, that's says it's so simple. It's got such a great hook.
Thank you.
But one thing that I loved is you went right into the second verse after opening the opener without any musical interlude. You went right into the next thing, which I love. If you wanted to, during the musical interlude, the bridge section, maybe put some vocals in, some oohs or some ahs, just so that you're still a part of, the story. You could do that. I was hoping after that was over, I was like, please let this go back to the chorus. Please let this go back to the chorus. And he did it. So this song is great. I mean, if you want to place something like this, God, I'm so hesitant to say put some more production into it because it comes with a lot of added bells and whistles. But I could see maybe building with the drums towards the end, like bum, 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 like really, it's with all of these songs. The more you can get out of the gate and get in front of somebody, the better. So however you can dynamically build on that, keeps the listener interested, and makes them curious about where you're going to go with it too. That would be my 2 cents, but you got a great voice. I love the feel of the song. Again, like I could see this totally placed in a lot of different things. The lyrics are really good. And the hook, you've just got a hook that's memorable.
It's thank you. It's like what you said. I never say no. I always say yes. It reminded me of that. Thank you.
Well, oh yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. I could do this all night. It's so fun for me.
I'm glad you're having a good time. Marilee, is that you playing that slide or?
No, that is Fred Sokolow out of LA, right? Yeah.
He's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and Lynn
Great.
Sokolow wrote it with me, his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's a really good song.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, even if you did a separate version, which was more like a gospel version, even that would be cool. You could do a couple different versions, and then, based on what somebody needed, you have that, and then you've got the country, and then you've got the pop. It's just something if you want to try it. But I liked it.
I thought it was interesting. You never know how something's going to turn out, but there's no drums on it.
Yeah, I know.
And so the guitar is what is, keeping the beat. And couldn't believe it.
Yeah, no, it's off to a really great start. You've got the A, and now it's just a matter of figuring out those little pieces around it. But yeah, it's a good song.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, next we have John Bernard. And let's see, this song is called Full Moon.
Cool.
And let me bring it up.
Hello, John.
Hello. This song is dedicated to our hot night.
To your hot night? Wow.
This hot night. Just
Oh,
114 degrees outside.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Share screen.
Full moon shining down on a cold night. Snow swirls round the glow of a street light. Walking with my true love talking with my true love. Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa. Night air carried the scent of a fireplace. I said we can go up to my place, walking with my true love, talking with my true love. Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa. And I know I'm in love. I thank the heavens up above. Full moon shining down on a cold night. Shadows dance on the wall, warm as a candle's glow. And outside the window I watch our new falling snow. Holding on to my love, dreaming about true, true love. Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa. And I know I'm in love. I thank the heavens up above. Full moon shining down on a cold night.
Excellent song. I have some thoughts. This is a great song. The first two people that came to mind are John Prine and Bonnie Raitt. Do you listen to either one of those ever?
Oh, yeah, I've listened to them, yes.
I think if you were to do a production similar to what they had, this song would be very placeable as well. The vocals are great. I would take out one word. You say "and" outside the window. Take it out. You don't need it.
Okay.
Just keeps it going. And I love the background vocals, but I only heard it once. So I would definitely put those in because they're great harmonies. It sells the song, keeps the song interesting. And I would suggest the same thing. Maybe sing a little different when you get to the second verse. Switch it up a little bit. Start high and then go low. Just so that there's some sort of dynamic, and that'll carry it along. It's a great song. I love the lyrics. I love the feel of it. And that's something that reminded me, we're talking about like references, Doja Cat, Bonnie Raitt. You know, we all have somebody that we love to listen to that makes us feel good inside. And I like to go to those productions and really listen to what they've done because it just makes me a better producer.
Yeah.
So add those elements that make you feel good and it will help build the song up.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah,
Very
it's really
nice.
good.
Thanks.
Okay, next up we have Catherine Beck, and the song is called "I'm Not Finished Loving You."
Right?
And let's see, we will get it all geared up here.
And unmute and say hi, Catherine.
Teed up, I should say. Yeah. Okay, here we go. And
I don't hear anything yet. Just thought I'd say that.
oh,
I think you forgot to hit share audio.
I never know what I'm supposed to say.
hold on here. Let me see. That's strange. I didn't change anything. Share sound is on. Select sharing sound mode, mono or stereo. Maybe that's it or something. Okay, let me try it again. Just tell me if you hear it. Do you hear it?
No.
No?
No.
That's weird. Huh. Okay. Oh, I don't know why that. I mean, I hear it, and I'm sharing the screen.
Can everybody else hear it?
No, we can't hear it.
Okay.
And it must be some weird setting or something. I don't know. Hold on for a second. I'm just trying to think of what else on Zoom it could be, because I don't think I clicked on anything. But
Steve, you might try clicking out of that file and clicking back into it.
Yeah.
Sometimes that kind of like a reboot.
Yeah. Let me just do that and. How about now?
Not yet.
You hear that?
No.
No, not yet.
No.
Wow.
Nothing here.
Isn't that? That's really strange. Okay. Let me see. Yeah,
I have a question. Do we have someone after this one?
Yes, one more, right.
Why don't you try the one more and let's see if that one plays okay.
All right. That one would be mine actually.
Oh, good. Okay.
And let me see if I can bring it up here.
And then we'll go back to Catherine, right, Catherine?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a minute. Okay, so, and let me see if my file works. Do you hear that?
No.
Nothing.
No?
No.
No. Huh.
Wow.
It somewhere.
Yeah, there's something funky. Okay, let me stop the share and do that and go in and out of that.
I hear something really low.
Okay.
You've got better ears than I do. I can't hear anything.
Okay, so let me do the share screen again, and then this time, let me see. I'm just going to see if you can hear it first. Give me a moment. Is that yes?
Do it because we want to be loved. We do what we do. We do it because we want to be loved. We do it because we want to be loved. We do what we do. We do it that call, 'cause she hit you like a bolt of lightning. Are you gonna risk that fall? Do it because we want to be loved. We do what we do, what we do. We do it because we want to be loved. We do it because we want to be loved. We do what we do, what we do. We do it because we want to be loved. Are you gonna get on that stage? Are you gonna say that line? 'Cause that applause was the bolt of lightning that caused your soul to shine. Do it because we want to be loved. We do what we do, what we do. We do it because we want to be loved. Do it because we want to be loved. We do what we do, what we do. We do it because we want to be loved. Stepping out on that tightrope, swaying left and right. Keep your eyes straight ahead, and soon you'll see the light. Do it because we want to be loved. We do what we do, what we do. We do it because we want to be loved. We do it because we want to be loved. We do what we do, what we do. We do it because we want to be loved.
Awesome. Okay, so here's a perfect example. You shot right out of the gate in the beginning, and that's going to grab somebody's attention. I love how you started with that. You went right into it. It's very hooky. You know, the same thing. It's something that people remember. It's a simple hook, and that's great. I would, if I were you, you don't mind me saying, I would take out some of the additional words like, 'cause I did this, because it's not comfortable to sing. Even though it should be in there, it doesn't need to be in there because it doesn't matter. So I might take some of those words out. And can I see the lyrics again?
Sure. Hold on to bring up the share screen.
Okay, because it'll remind me.
That's the first verse, and then
Go down after the
the bridge or the second verse or what?
Go down after the bridge. Let me see if that's okay. I'm sorry. Go up again. Stepping on the tightrope. Swing left and right. Keep your eyes straight ahead. Soon you'll see the light. You went up. That was great. I had a note for that. And there was one other word at the end of one of the verses where I thought you could go up as well. Those are minor little things again, but just making it however it's most comfortable for you to deliver those lines easily. If it gets too jumbled and it doesn't, you feel like you have to get the beats in to do it, you may want to switch something here or there, but I love the message. I love the chorus. I love your approach. I think it's a very good song.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
All right. Let me see if I can.
Now we got to hear Catherine.
Right. We got to get Catherine's here. Let me stop the share and bring this up again. Let's see. Okay, and hopefully this time we'll be able to hear it. Can you hear it?
No.
Oh, well, I didn't share yet. That's why.
Okay. Oh no.
There we go. Now, how about now?
Catherine. Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me start it over again.
Okay.
Do it all justice. Okay.
wish I was lying next to you, the way it used to be, with a kiss that leaves me breathless, leaves me breathless. How can I ever say goodbye? I don't want to, but you know I need to. I can't fix you till you fix yourself. You know you've got to change. I'm not finished loving you. We've got so much more to do. 15 years, 2,000 tears are not enough to give up on love. I'm not finished loving you. You were the only one standing in that room. You used to say to me, it'll always be that way. Don't drift away, don't drift away from me, 'cause I'm not finished loving you. How can I erase your fingertips when there's so much more to feel, with a kiss that leaves me breathless, leaves me breathless. You don't have to be that perfect guy. You know that's not my style. Just be the way you used to be, and be here with me. I'm not finished loving you. We've got so much more to do. 15 years, 2,000 tears are not enough to give up on love. I'm not finished loving you. I'm not finished loving you. Drift away. I'll never give up on you. Drift away. 'Cause I'm not finished loving you. Drift away. I'll never give up on you. Drift away.
Beautiful, absolutely stunning song. I mean, I love the melody. I love the chord progressions. They're not what you would expect, which I think is really cool. I see things in movies and TV and artists, so that had a really home feel, like a Judy Collins song, or even an Olivia Newton-John or the Carpenters. It had that feel to me, but it was smarter. You really took it to a place that I didn't expect it to go, and I loved it. It would be the same thing for me. You know, you may want to make the dynamics of the chorus different, you know, and go up like, I'm not finished loving you, you know, something that lifts it up a little bit more. That's, I think, going to be the theme for my evening. try ways of building the dynamics. But that's a really pretty song, and I already love what you've done so far. I think you all are doing really great work. I don't know how long you've been doing it, if you've just started or if you've been doing it for a while, but I think that the concepts and the ideas and the emotions that are coming out musically and lyrically is really quite interesting to me, I must say. I've enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
When Jimmy asked me, I was like, when can we do it? Let's do it today.
Let's do it again.
Jimmy, is Henry here? Do you know? Because he submitted a song, but I don't see him. And
I don't see him on here either. But I know that he always does check the YouTube archive. So let's go ahead and play it anyway.
Okay. If it's on YouTube, he'll see it.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that. Yeah. All right. Give me a moment here.
The only problem with YouTube is when you look back at the videos, I'm looking down the whole time, so it looks so strange. I should have you up here, Right. Anyways, I'll be like this.
I know that works, yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is called Borderline.
Okay.
And let me do the share. And make sure I can hear it. You can hear it.
Not yet.
You can't hear?
No.
Oh, another one. So we got another one like this. Okay. Let me see. What did we do last time? I think I stopped the share and then just started it over again. See, I get this low system resource thing. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. But I mean, I've got an Ethernet connection. It's got a 1 gig Spectrum connection here. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so let me try again. And
We're rolling.
Great.
Wanna know me? Do you really wanna see the way I can get sometimes? Ever since I was young, babe, well, the skies have turned their fire on me. And if you know that I'm a borderline, then you know it's only your love that can get me high. For your sunflower smile I'm crying. I'll bang my Indian drum that falls to the feet of the dancing king. Ever since I was born, babe, this whole world has turned its back on me. At least that's how it is. You're a borderline, so you know it's only your love that can get me high. Farm girls swirling as they dead shall sing the melodies to my lonesome string. But my dreams are dying, babe, as I'm cursed to live in reality. But still I'll dream on, 'cause baby, I'm a borderline. So you know it's only my dreams that can get me high. It's only your love that can get me high. It's only my dreams that can keep me alive. It's either it's or it's suicide.
Wow. It's either it's or it's suicide at the end. Like my throat was clenched. Henry, I know you're not here, but I think it's a really good song. I like the tune. I like the way that it's going. I would recommend, if you don't mind, it's the same philosophy when we're talking about people listening. You have to imagine that people are dumber than they are, and they only have this much bandwidth to remember words. So you want to try and cut it down so that it's not too much and the listener can't remember what it is. So I would definitely take a look at that. I think that could help a little bit with the rhythm of it. But I think you're off to a great start. You've certainly done some work on it, and I think it's a great start.
Yeah, I really like that song there, Henry. It's definitely Cobain meets Dylan.
Yeah, right.
For me, I like the way that you've always done stuff, very acoustic and very folk. And actually, the musical interlude for me was a little bit long, and also strings, plural, kind of detracted a little bit for me. I think if you just had like a solo violin, that would have, like a fiddle kind of a thing, that keeps more of that vibe, I think. And that's just my opinion as a producer, but always love your stuff, Henry.
Anybody we happen to have missed by any chance, or is everybody, we got everybody? I think we're good, right?
Yeah, I think so. Steve Desens didn't submit anything, right?
No, I don't have anything for him.
Yeah.
From him.
Okay. So anyway, Erin, tell us about the nonprofit thing that you've been doing.
I was just going to say, can I please talk about my current passion? And all I ask is, if I'm going to share it with you, then you have to be my messengers and share it with other people. So the WHO, Roger and Pete, have an organization called Teen Cancer America. And for the last 30 years, they've been building teen wards for kids around the world that are going through cancer treatment. I never knew this, but when a young adult is going through treatment, they would either go to the pediatrics floor, or they would end up in the adult floor, where they don't know, they have nothing in common with any of these people. And it's already a terrible experience. So they've been building these incredible wards over the last 30 years. And one of the things that they offer is a songwriting program. And there's a gentleman here whose name is Kenley Mattis, and he's the musical director. And he's been able to either go in person and teach kids how to write music and sing, or if they were well enough, they come to his studio in Santa Monica. And long story short, this is how my life works. I went to a Hollywood party. My friend, it was her birthday. She is an ambassador for Teen Cancer America. And unfortunately, my entire family has had one or two battles with cancer a year. So it's I know it quite well. So she said, oh, the director of Teen Cancer America is here. His name is Simon, and this is his wife. And we sat down, and I fell in love with them in 2 seconds. And I said, well, what are you doing? What is this songwriting thing? And he said, oh, well, we teach kids how to write, whether they're songwriters or even thought about it, singing. I said, well, what happens to the music after they're done? And he goes, oh, well, they share it with family and friends. I said, no. We need to do a podcast, and we're going to highlight a kid each episode. We'll talk about their cancer journey, and then it's all about their music. So we listen to snippets of the song, what the production was like, what they thought about it, what they hated about it. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm now doing my second season. We did 10 episodes. They're all over anywhere that you find your podcast. It's called The Real Me. And Roger is the opening. You know, he says what the show is and introduces us, and it's something that they care about very much. The current tour has them opening up with Teen Cancer America kids and young adults, and we're really trying to get the word out for the podcast. These kids work their butts off, and sometimes they're laying in bed while they're doing it, and they don't care. Music has completely changed their life, and I want to make sure that more people know about the type of work that they're doing, and also we're in the process of trying to get big rock stars to come write with these kids. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm super proud of it, and I hope that you'll take a listen and let me know what you think about it too.
Sounds great.
Is there a website or a
If you
to?
go to any podcast platform, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever you listen to podcasts, if you type in The Real Me, there's a lot of Real Me's, but The Real Me is with me, so it should have my name on it, or it might say Teen Cancer America. Am I missing anything?
Put that in
Jimmy?
the chat. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I put it in just to Jimmy. I put it into everybody here.
If I forgot something or you have questions afterwards, you're welcome to reach out to me. You can
Sure.
find me on Facebook or Instagram or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, I was looking for the link too there, Steve. I couldn't find it.
It's
I found the Who with The Real Me. You know, that
Okay.
the
of course,
song.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
the song.
here. I'll send it to you so that you guys have it. But yeah, if you go to Apple Podcasts,
Oh, it's an Apple podcast. Okay.
it's on every podcast platform. So
Okay.
wherever you what's the other one? You'll find it.
Okay. All right.
What was the other thing that I asked you to put in the
Oh,
chat? I can't remember.
Coast to Coast with George Nuri, Nuri. That's for emerging artists. And I'll
That's what
tell
it
you,
was.
it's not just beginners. I know managers that are constantly submitting their artists they're trying to develop on emerging artists. So it's a really good, very good platform, and it looks good. You can say you were on the radio.
Erin, if we wanted to send something to you, do you give out your email, or is that
Sure, I don't
okay.
have a problem with it. The only thing I would say is that
just a link?
my
I
life
assume.
is always super crazy. So if I don't get to you right away, I have not forgotten about you. I promise I will.
Okay.
You can email me. It's Erin, Erin, Alden, Alden, 22 at gmail.com. So Erin Alden 22 at gmail.com.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been really interesting, and we really appreciate your feedback.
Oh, I'm so, this has been such a pleasure. I'm so happy to do this. I hope I'll be invited back.
Absolutely.
I love the art that you're making. It makes a difference. Music is what makes a difference in all of our lives. And I think that you're all really making a grand effort in doing so. And I wish you all the success in the world.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So lunch next Tuesday or Wednesday, right?
Next Wednesday?
If you can, yeah.
Sure, I would do it again. I don't know about next Wednesday. Well,
I'll give you a call.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Okay.
You guys.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you.
We have our showcase in 2 weeks. And,
Yeah, so showcase in 2 weeks. Make sure you email showcase@songnet.info to reserve your spot with Steve. And another very cool thing that's been happening too, just to let you know, Nancy has graciously helped get a thing started out in Azusa at a place called Preston Flower. And she's had a gig there. I had a chance to participate a little bit. That's been fun. and the owners are definitely interested in hearing more about what's going on with all of us in the community. So let's definitely make that happen, Nancy.
You bet. You bet. I sure will. Hopefully October 8th.
Okay, so yeah, there's opportunities around here to start playing out, and of course, as I'd mentioned before, Miss Kelly, who was here before, she isn't here tonight, but she's got a thing every Saturday afternoon at Rick's Burgers, 11 to 1. And it's kind of a weird deal. It's like a semi-karaoke dance party weird thing. But it's always fun. And, it's at Rick's. It's free. It's outdoors. So it's, low risk of COVID. High risk of getting sunburned at this point. But what the heck,
I have one question. Does your group, do you ever co-write together within your group?
Sure.
Have you?
I don't. I don't personally. I'm pretty much a loner.
You guys to do that. That's actually something that Teen Cancer America does. They get all the kids together on Monday night. It's called Music Mondays, and they talk about their projects, and they all contribute to each other's work. And I think that would be a really helpful tool for you, because you're a songwriter. You're going to be writing a lot more music, and the more you can get uncomfortable with the environment, the better. Because that'll make it much easier for you guys not to freak out when you make mistakes. It's a safe place to make mistakes. So I think you guys are all great writers, and I'd love to see what happened if you all wrote together.
Yeah, I actually work with Catherine on a lot of stuff.
Oh,
so.
cool. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
There are many liaisons in terms of writing. Yes.
Great.
Yes. Yeah. And then also too, there are the virtual open mics that a lot of us attend. That's how I've met some of these people. And there's actually a interesting song circle that happens every second and fourth Sunday, which is actually this coming Sunday, where the leader of that one puts out a prompt, and we have 2 weeks to write a new song based on the prompt.
Yeah, that's awesome. All that stuff is great.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Okay.
What was the prompt, by the way?
You inspired by a movie.
Oh, that's right. I already got that one. I changed the lyrics of the last song I wrote.
There you go. See, you're working with the requirement.
It's starting to sound like Sting there,
Don't I wish?
Well, no, he had an interview where he said, yeah, I've actually only written 5 songs and I've changed all the lyrics, but they're the same 5 songs.
Whatever works.
Yeah, they're all hits,
That's
so.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I already had a song, so I didn't have to write another one. But I still might write another one anyway. We'll see.
I mean, I've enjoyed listening to your music too, Jimmy.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff up online. The Ham Bones thing I just posted today because I was sorting through to see how many songs I had done on the Ham Bones open mic, and I've done 317 of my original songs on that open mic.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't say that. That's crazy.
It's a lot of songs.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I only have 700 more to go, but still, it'll be fun.
Why not? Every day there's something to write about. So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And Jimmy, any final words?
No, I think that's about it. Hopefully we'll see you at the in-person showcase open mic thing at the Urban Homestead on 21st. And I really encourage you guys to get into some of these virtual open mics and song circles because it's been amazing. The one up in Santa Barbara has been really, really good. That's the one that actually is this coming Sunday. And because they're not that far away, we've got an open invitation to show up there anytime.
Okay.
So that's something to think about there. And Stephen, you're already halfway
that
there.
one.
That one starts at 6:30. If you need the link, let me know, and I'll be happy to send you that. It's Susan Marie Reeves. Friend her on Facebook. Let her know that you're coming, and it'll be fun. I mean, you'll get to hear a lot of very cool songs.
Yeah. Can't do this Sunday, but sometime in the future. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then of course, the East Coast Open Mic, that Ham Bones.
Right.
Once again, we're already starting to gear up for the 24 hours of New Year's. That's
Oh yeah.
yeah. Last year we did 18 hours continuous music. And that was amazing. So, we're aiming at 24 this year, and I think we'll probably get there. So that's artists from all over the world. Every time a time zone changes, and we change our host. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so it's really good.
You can drink wine and coffee.
That's right.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world, as they say.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Happy hour. Happy hour. Right?
Yep.
Happy hour. All right,
Okay.
everybody.
Well, thank you very much, Erin, and I'll be
Erin.
seeing you very soon.
I certainly hope so.
Okay, take care, and we'll see all you guys later on. Thank you, and Steve. Steve rocks. Yes, thank you so much.
And just one final note: if you want to save the chat, you can on the bottom right where the chat is, those 3 dots. It says you can click on that, and it says Save Chat. If you want to click some of the links and stuff that are in there.
Sure.
I'll give you a moment to do that, and then I will. I'll sign up everybody out. You find that, Erin, or do you know that one?
Yeah. So I just added this.
Okay.
So
yes.
Champion Podcasts is what I'm a producer for other music shows. One is with Pamela DeBar. I don't know if you know her, but she has a show. And then another one is Pleasant Gaiman called The Devil's Radio. Anyways, we're the only music podcast network that only has musical shows. We've got 100 and something shows. The Real Me is on that. And you may find a lot of other shows that you will love. We are the MTV of podcasts. So that's the best. That's the best way to probably find it and listen to everything else.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks again. Good night,
Thank you
everybody.
all. Bye bye now.
Bye.
Good night.